Joining us this morning is Keith Williams, who is the president and CEO of Underwriters Laboratories, UL as everybody knows them. But you're here under the auspices of the Chicago Council on Global Affairs, talking about global technology disruption. And one thing that Keith is very familiar with is the world of testing, and specifically with your organization, there were some products recently that were going to be coming to the country, hoverboards. Of course, these are self-leveling sort of Segway type vehicles, and there were problems with them. Tell us.
Well, hoverboards, first of all, look like they're an awful lot of fun, and maybe someday I'll want to have one. What happened is the products came in without any kind of standards or testing, and there were some real problems with the batteries, the lithium ion batteries, the way they were charged, perhaps the way they were constructed as well. So in the US now, there's been more than 50 house fires where people have had significant damage related to a spontaneous combustion of hoverboard. In fact, there was one very serious fire in Highland Park, just very near the UL facility, where a family suffered a major loss of their home due to a hoverboard fire, which happened, ironically, to be captured on a webcam in their home. So we have lots of visual evidence of what happens.
And that isn't just an issue with residential, but now common carriers. I know our commuter railroad here has forbid them, college campuses, and other facilities, airlines.
That's right. So airlines, college campuses, trains. And having said that, we've put together a safety standard for safety certification. And I think once you find a hoverboard with a UL mark on it, people will start to have a little more confidence in that. But it's a bigger issue about lithium-ion batteries, and today, everything we do in our life is mobility. We carry iPads or tablets or smartphones. We carry lots of batteries with us every day, and lithium-ion battery is really a chemical factory, and they can also create fires, and it's a real growing concern in the air cargo industry. In the last few years, there have been 2 747s and a DC-8 air cargo planes that have been lost due to onboard lithium-ion battery fires. One in Jeju Island in Korea, one in Dubai, one in Philadelphia. And so the air transport industry is very concerned about what's the safe way to do lithium-ion battery transport.
So let's pivot a little bit to talking about the global economy and technology disruption.
Right.
And you're here under, once again, that auspices of that. Tell us a little bit about what's going on. What's top of mind for technologists out there?
Well, I think what's top of mind today is the sharing economy, and everything is going electronic. So, for example, you can use your smartphone to pay for your coffee at the Starbucks. A lot of places in the world you can use your smartphone to pay for your train fare. And we're moving towards a world of digital currency, which offers a lot of great convenience, offers some new security issues as well. But I think the sharing economy is really the future.
And this isn't just, for example, like Uber and self-driving cars, by the by, but things like Airbnb. But let's talk a little bit about those self-driving car technologies, autonomous vehicles. So many people are interested in them, and there's been some interesting surveys about how maybe the public isn't quite ready. You're doing testing in that area?
To date, we have yet to start testing for autonomous vehicles, but we're keeping very close tabs with people who are developing them. I was in Beijing in March talking to a senior executive with China Mobile, which is a big carrier in China. They have 830 million users, to give you a level of perspective. When they decided to do the 4G LTE conversion, they upgraded 1 million base stations in 1 year. And they're actively working on developing and deploying 5G technology for the sole purpose of supporting autonomous driving.
5G being, of course, the mobile technology that gets even more bandwidth to that end user.
Exactly. And last October, I was in a meeting with Prime Minister Abe in Japan, and he talked about how Japan wants to highlight autonomous driving as part of the 2020 Olympics. Some cities like Singapore and Oslo are experimenting with autonomous driving zones. And I understand consumers today are kind of reluctant to say, I'm going to get on the highway and fall asleep and let my car drive me. And yet, autonomous driving features are slowly coming into cars in a way we don't see it. It started with speed control, and then laser-controlled speed control, and then self-parking.
And of course, the Tesla has autopilot, so that on a highway it will do lane keeping and switching lanes, but it still needs the pilot, so to speak.
It does, and I think it's going to be a slow transition rather than an overnight happening, and I really believe that it will happen, and that it will actually help cities like Chicago deal with road congestion.
Keith, I want to thank you for joining us today.
My pleasure. Thank you.